You were trained to worship her. Not her, the woman, but the idea of her. The girl next door, the pure princess, the boss babe, the soft-spoken savior who gets you. All different masks, same spell, and you didn't stumble into this worship. It was installed in you by your teachers, your shows, your songs, your single mother. Because if men no longer worship God, they'll worship her. And if they worship her, she wins. Not in love, in control. Let's rewind your boyhood. The first time you felt attraction. It wasn't lust, it was devotion. You didn't want to sleep with her. You wanted to protect her. Disney did that. School books did that. The anti-bully campaigns. You were programmed to kneel before the feminine, like a knight before his queen, not because she earned it, but because she existed. That's the game, and you never even knew it started. She could reject you, mock you, humiliate you, and you'd still bring her flowers. Because you thought your job was to prove your love, not test hers. But that boyhood programming, it isn't love, it's addiction to validation from someone who hasn't earned it. Fast forward to now, she's not a princess anymore. She's a goddess, forged by algorithm. Filtered face, curated captions, 20,000 men in her DMs telling her she's divine. And you, still showing up with your heart in your hand, thinking honesty is currency, thinking effort is value. But here's the truth. She doesn't want effort. She wants status. She doesn't want love. She wants leverage. In a world of OnlyFans, Tinder, and soft life TikToks, you are not the man she's waiting for. You're the man she'll use to feel powerful, then discard. Candace Owens sat across from 20 women in Jubilee's viral debate. All feminists, all confident, all surrounded by decades of cultural power. And when she told them that men are tired of being used, they laughed. Not because they're evil, but because they're conditioned to believe your suffering is weakness, to believe your silence means agreement. They laughed because they don't see you as a man. They see you as a resource. You were told women are kind by nature, empathetic, loving. But kindness is contextual. It's not genetic. A woman raised in survival mode, she'll trade love for protection. A woman raised in privilege, she'll trade protection for attention. And if she was raised on TikTok empowerment, if she was taught to chase the lifestyle, not the man, then your loyalty is boring. Your devotion is background noise. Because she's not looking for a teammate, she's looking for a trophy. And you don't shine enough. The lie of female kindness is this: that it's unconditional, that it's pure. But in truth, most modern women are strategic, trained to extract, trained to choose power over principle. They want options, not you. You have two choices: stay in worship mode or walk into sovereignty. Simping isn't just embarrassing, it's dangerous. It puts your sense of worth in the hands of someone raised to exploit it. But when you detach, when you stop chasing and start choosing, everything shifts. You become rare. Not because you're cold, but because you've seen the machine and you no longer feed it. Candace didn't argue to win. She held the mirror, and most of them couldn't look. Women aren't evil. They're responsive. She doesn't follow control. She follows certainty. So stop trying to be her fantasy. Be her mirror. Show her the man she has to rise to meet. The real question is, if you were trained to worship the wrong woman, who is the right one? It's not about tradwives versus feminists. It's not about makeup or modesty. It's about alignment. Does she sharpen you? Does she respect your frame? Does she sacrifice for truth or posture for attention? Because a real woman doesn't need worship. She honors a man who worships something higher. Not her beauty, not her body, but his path, his calling, his code. And she doesn't want to lead. She wants to trust you to lead. But you can't lead if you're still on your knees. Stand up, not against her, but beyond her. She's not the enemy. But the false image you were trained to pursue, that's the real trap. Break it, then build. You were trained to worship the wrong woman. Now it's time to unlearn, not to hate women, but to reclaim your sight. Because love is not worship, and leadership is not obedience. The man who bends for her will always lose her, but the man who walks in vision, he never chases. Stop kneeling. She was never the altar. You were always the fire.